Hi everyone. We're just gonna wait for people to join and trickle in, and we'll get started very soon. Oh, I'm seeing people come in. Nice. Just gonna give a few more seconds, and we'll get started. Okay, so bonjour tout le monde. Good morning, everyone. My name is Antoine Bergeon, and I'm the program coordinator here at the Ottawa branch. I'd first like to begin by acknowledging that the land on which the National Association of Federal Retirees Ottawa branch office is located is traditional unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe people. So on behalf of the branch, I'm pleased to welcome you to today's webinar, which is titled Keep Active and Motivated During the Holidays, and it's presented by Meg Stickl-Kroeker with AIM Fitness. Meg will lead us through a motivating fitness session and share her tips on staying active during the busy holiday season. Veuillez noter que le webinaire sera présenté en anglais, mais la participation bilingue est toujours encouragée. I want to give a special welcome here to anyone who is not yet a member of the association. We hope that these webinars will inspire you to join us. And to our members, we hope that these webinars will encourage you to maintain your membership. Finally, there's still time to help us grow by participating in our annual mega recruitment drive. So until December 31st, recruiting a new member will enter you in a draw to win some amazing prizes, including $10,000 in cash, courtesy of Johnson Insurance. Also, there will be a question and answer period at the end of the webinar. So if you have any questions for Meg during her presentation, please type them in the Q&A box on Zoom, and she will answer the question at the end. I think that's everything for me, so I'm going to turn over the presentation to Meg. Thanks, everyone.
All right, wonderful. Thanks, everyone, for being here today. I'm just going to hook up to my mic, and we'll get started. All right, good. Well, thank you everyone for joining. I know this is a busy time of year and you probably have so much going on. So today's session is going to be short and motivating because that is really the topic. That's what we're focusing on. So I am going to be leading you through a really fun, really motivating workout that will be 20 minutes. But first, I want to share my 5 tips on how to stay active during the busy holiday season. So if you are taking notes, which I recommend you do, you can write down a few of these tips, especially maybe 1 or 2 that really speaks to you. So we're focusing on the word W as we go. So the first tip I have for you is wake. Wake. So tip number 1 is to wake up a little bit earlier in order to fit your workout in. Now, I understand when life is busy, there seems to be a lot going on. Maybe there's lots of preparations for the holiday season. It may feel impossible to fit in a workout or to fit in a walk or to fit in just your normal routine. So I encourage you to set your alarm and wake up 15 minutes early. This can give you a little bit more time to go for that walk or to fit in some stretches, maybe to fit in an exercise video. If you follow me on any of my online programs or on YouTube, then it's really easy. All you need to do is click play. And if you're up and ready to go and you know this is my designated time for me, you'll feel really good. You'll feel so accomplished knowing that you fit in your workout. You've prioritized your health. All right, so that's point number 1. Point number 1 is wake. Point number 2 is wear. Wear, W-E-A-R. So a tip for you, if you're trying to, again, fit in that workout, not sure how to do it, instead of waking up and putting on your regular everyday clothing, wake up and put on your workout clothes. And This is really helpful because if we mentally prepare ourselves and we tell ourselves, okay, tomorrow I'm going to get up, I'm going to put on my workout clothes, I'm going to have my breakfast, then I'm going to go for a walk. If you plan it ahead of time, you're more likely to do it. And I have to tell you, I work with a lot of people who are very motivated, and this is one thing that they do consistently. They wear their workout clothes, so it's not a question about changing later, exercising later, but it's about starting your day with it. So if you're not an early riser, you'll like this option. Go for your walk, do your workout after you have something to eat. Okay, so point number 2, wear. Point number 1, wake. Point number 2, wear. The third point is weights. Weights. Another helpful tip, if you find you're not an early riser and it's more realistic to fit in some movement throughout the day, leave your weights, your exercise weights, or any equipment you have. Maybe that's resistance bands, maybe some small balls, but leave them out so you'll actually see them. If things are tucked away or they're in, a back closet, you're not very likely to exercise on those busy days. But if you see your weights right beside your favorite chair or in your kitchen, on your kitchen counter, I know I work with people who do that. They leave their weights on their kitchen counter, and it reminds them visually. It's that reminder, oh yeah, I can do a few exercises while I'm here in the kitchen. And on that note, sometimes we think it needs to be a full workout. It has to be a full hour or it doesn't count. And this is not true. There are so many health benefits to moving our bodies for 30 minutes, but even less, even 10 minutes at a time is recommended by health professionals. And I've seen people improve their health drastically by starting small. So start small, focus on those weights, focus on lifting your weights. It doesn't have to be heavy weights, 5 pounds will make a big difference, but just start. All right, so that's point number 3 is weights. Point number 4 is watch. Watch. So I know many of you have webinars that you participate in. Maybe you have phone calls to make. You have people that you like to touch base with during the holidays. And quite often, what do we do when we're attending a webinar or we're on the phone? Well, we sit and we chat or we listen. And instead of just sitting, I encourage you to get up and move around. So if you're on a phone call, maybe with a relative you haven't talked to in a while, don't just sit down, stand, maybe look out your window, maybe do a bit of a walk around your room. You can go up and down the stairs, but maybe not too many times. You may be out of breath and they may wonder what's going on. But think about being in different positions. Now, you've probably heard sitting is the new smoking. And a lot of us are sitting and sitting and sitting. So if you can think about standing up, even if it's just for a few minutes at a time, just to stretch your legs, stretch out your back, that can really make a difference. All right, so that's point number 4 is watch. And then point number 5 is why not? Why not? So why not stands for let's move our bodies while we are relaxing, while we are sitting. So again, the sitting. A lot of people think, well, I have to go to the gym or I have to get my heart rate up. There's so many things you can do while you're on the couch. So if you're on the couch, maybe watching a show, maybe you have had a really hectic day and you've been, grocery shopping or out and about, sit down, please sit down. You're allowed to do that, but don't forget about stretching. So you can stretch your legs, stretch your back. You can do some really great core exercises on your couch or on your bed as well. And again, it's just reminding ourselves that it's okay to break down the workout. It's okay to take 5, 10, 15 minutes and move your body and focus on stretching, focusing on building strength. Doesn't have to be a full hour. I can't say that enough because there's still a lot of people who think that, well, if I don't sweat, it's not worth it. And that's not true. So remember, there's benefits. Exercising can lower your heart rate, can lower your blood pressure, lower your cholesterol. It can also help to build strength. So if you are hosting during the holidays or traveling, maybe you're doing lots of extra groceries or packing, moving things in and out of the vehicle, there's strength that is required. So just think, if I invest in myself and if I put time into my body, which is really our best asset, we're going to reap the rewards with more strength, better balance, feeling more positive, and also feeling like we're doing something for ourselves, which is a huge sense of accomplishment, especially during the holiday season when most people are not prioritizing their health. All right, so I want to just tell you again those 5 points. Number 1 is wake. So wake up 15 minutes early if that's how you can fit in a workout. Number 2 is wear your workout clothes as soon as you get up so you know you're going to fit that workout in. Number 3 is weights. Leave those weights out so you will see them and you'll use them. And number 4 is watch. So while you're attending a Zoom call or while you're watching something on TV or on a phone call, move your body, get up, stretch, stand. Number 5 is why not? While you're on the couch, do some core exercises, do some stretches, take some time for you, and it will pay off. All right, so we're going to get standing. We're going to move. I have a 20-minute workout planned for you. I wanted you to see how easy it is to fit in 20 minutes of movement. It's going to go by so fast, I promise. And we are going to have a fun focus as well today. So we are going to be doing an exercise for your upper body. We're going to do an exercise for your core. And we're going to do an exercise for your legs. So you will need weights. If you've got some weights, talking about weights, we're going to be using them. If you don't have weights, you can just do the movements without or grab anything around the house, like a water bottle or canned goods work too. All right, so let's get standing. Let's stand up. You can keep that chair close to you. We may use it a little bit later, but we're going to start by standing. All right, good. So we're going to begin by warming up our bodies. So we'll start by standing and stepping side to side. Circle your shoulders backwards. Bring those elbows up nice and high. Good. All right. So 20 minutes, what can you do in 20 minutes? Well, you can fit in a lot. You can get your heart rate up. You can have a nice full body workout. And it's amazing how the time does go by fast when you're focusing on what you're doing. So I do encourage you to focus on your breathing, focus on the muscle group that we're working on, and I'll lead you through it so you don't have to worry about what to do. All right, from here, we're going to be reaching to the side and lift your knee. So tap that knee. Tap that foot to the other leg. Think about standing nice and tall. And if you need to, grab your chair. You can always hold on to it, especially if you find that balance is a bit of an issue. It is good to have that close by. Let's do 3 more per side. And 2. And 1. All right, excellent. Now from here, we are going to reach for your opposite knee. So lift that leg nice and high, reaching our arms out to the side. And every time you lift the knee, tighten up that core. Pull that stomach in. All right, very good. Now, if you are going outside for a walk, or maybe you have errands to run, quite often we come back on a cold winter's night and we're cold. So these are a few standing exercises, warm up, that you can do if you are cold. You will get warm right away. It won't take too long. All right, very good. So let's grab your weights. Grab those weights. All right, so I've got more than 3, but we're going to start with a 2-in-1. I call these a 2-in-1 exercise. So we're going to start by holding onto your weights. Palms are facing in towards your thighs, and we're going to be lifting up to our shoulders and then pressing up overhead. So bring those weights back to your shoulders and straighten those arms down. So here we go, up to the shoulders, press overhead, to the shoulders and down. Now, if your shoulders do bother you, you may want to do halfway. A halfway lift is fine. So listen to that body, of course. All right, breathing in, breathing out. All right, so you should be feeling this in the front of the arms, our biceps, and in your shoulders as well as we press overhead. Now, I recommend doing between 8 to 15 repetitions, depending on how heavy your weights are. Now, I'm using 5 pounds, but if you're just getting started, anywhere from 3 to 5 is great. And then if you've been exercising for a while, you might be ready to move up in weight. So it's good to jump either by 1 or 2 pounds if you are adding more weight. All right, good. Let's do 2 more. Feeling those arms working. Good. 1 more. All right, very good. So from here, we're going to lower one of your weights to the floor. Okay, so this next one we're going to be doing is challenging our balance, but really focusing on our core. So we're going to take a step forward, bending into both knees slightly. Hold on to that weight so it's close to you. And then we're going to take your weight from side to side. So moving that weight towards your hip. So we're challenging your balance as we do this, but I also want you to really think about pulling your stomach in as we're twisting. Now, if you have osteoporosis, face right straight ahead. And if you do not, and if your back is fine, it's not bothering you today, you can add a little bit of a twist. Very slow, but you should feel your stomach tightening up. Good. Now, having a strong core will really impact your balance. It really does make a big difference because when we walk, when we move, our core helps to keep us stable. And then if you do have any low back pain, having a stronger core can also help take some of the pressure off your back. And I know many people who found their back improves when their core gets stronger. All righty, let's do 3 and 2 and 1. All right, good. So set that weight down. Awesome. And then let's grab your chair. We'll keep that close for this one. All right. So we're going to be doing a 2-in-1 for the legs. So I'll demonstrate what it looks like. We're going to start by taking one leg to the side. Now, before you do that, make sure your knees are bent. We're going to be placing one hand on your hip, one hand using the chair, and we're going to lift that leg to the side, working the outer thigh, hip. And then we're going to be lifting that same leg right in front. Lift that knee nice and high. All right, so we're going to repeat, lift to the side and lift that knee right in front. All right, so focus on that breathing. Sometimes we hold our breath when we're exercising. Good. And just notice, can you feel the leg working? Good, and again. As we're doing this, we want to make sure the other leg that's supporting our weight is slightly bent. Slightly bent. Keep that knee soft. And that will help you feel a little more stable. It will take some pressure off your hip. 3 more. And 2. Good. And 1. All right, let's end with that knee lift. And see if you can find that balance here. Can you lift one or both arms? Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk it out. All right. Good stuff. Let's move to the other side. All right, same thing. Bend those knees and straighten up. Let's take that leg to the side and then lift that knee. All right, now if you do want to challenge that balance, you can always hold on maybe with a finger or 2, or even take that arm out to the side. Good. Now we all have one side that is stronger than the other. So just notice if you find that this side is easier to do, or you're a little more flexible. Good. Breathing in and out. Don't hold that breath. 2 more. Good. And 1. Now keep that knee lifted. See if you can find that balance, holding on or lifting that arm. Straightening up our body. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, amazing. So you might feel those legs. Let's walk that out. And you can swing those arms as well, stretching it out. All right. So let's work our arms again. So grab those weights. Move that chair off to the side. Okay, good. So the next one we're going to be doing is for our shoulders. Our shoulders. This is going to help us lifting heavy things out of the car. So we're going to be doing one arm at a time. I want you to keep your weight close to you. Lift that elbow nice and high. Breathing in and out. Keeping your upper body nice and tall. Activating your core. All right. So your weight should be moving up towards your armpit, but it shouldn't be any higher than your elbow or shoulder. Okay, so if you have osteoporosis or a bad back, focus on this. Do this one. If you do not, here's another element you can add. So you can add a side bend. So what happens is we're going to lean to the side, keeping that back straight. So we don't want to round the back. Make sure as you're leaning, you are leaning to the side, not forwards or back. All right, so keep going. Choose your option. Now, if you are leaning like me, you will notice a bit of a pull down the side of your torso. All right, let's do a few more. 3. And 2. Good, and 1 per side. All right, amazing. Set those weights down. And let's move to your chair. All right, so this is an exercise, I was mentioning doing exercises on the couch for your core. This is a good one. You're gonna like this one. So sit close to the edge of your chair and then lean all the way back. Hold on to the base of the chair, the sides, and we're gonna start with one leg at a time. So we're going to be lifting, and as you lift the knee, tighten up that stomach. So I want you to pretend you're tightening up a tight pair of pants as you pull the knee in. All right, now some of you will like this option. You can stick with this option. Some of you, I know, like a challenge, so you can always add a double knee lift and then do single, single. All right, add both knees again. Here we go, lifting. Good. Now, if that's too much for you, focus on one leg at a time. Or if you really want to challenge yourself here, you can continue with the double knee lift. Lots of options for everyone. All right. Let's keep going. Breathing in and out. Noticing that the core is tightening up. Good. So this is a great one to do on the couch because you really can lean all the way back. And it feels good. It feels good to move our bodies. It really does. Getting into that habit of doing it on your couch as well really will go a long way. All right. Choose your option. We'll do 3 more. 2 and 1. Woo. All right, let's stretch it out. Leaning over, keeping that back straight. You can bring your hands to your knees or reach down your legs. Good back stretch after that one. Okay, amazing. All right, let's come on up and we're gonna stand up and focus on the legs. So we're gonna stand behind your chair for this next one. Okay, so we're going to be doing another 2-in-1. I like the 2-in-1s because when we're busy, it's nice to be able to fit in a few things at once. So we're going to start with the heel raise, and then we're going to be doing the kickback. So heel raise, lifting the heels from the floor, and bend at the knee, kick those legs back. So working the back of the legs here. All right. Now you can hold on if you need to for balance, or you can add the arms. Reaching up as you do your heel raise, reaching in front as you kick the legs back. All right, good. Now, another good place to fit in a few movements during the day is in the kitchen. We spend a lot of time in our kitchens. So whether you're cooking something or maybe you're just getting something to drink, doing some of these exercises, especially for the legs, can be really great. And you can stand right in front of the sink or in front of a counter. All right, good. Let's do a few more here. Last 3. Good. Let's do 2. And 1. All right, amazing, amazing. So let's circle those shoulders back, stepping side to side, stretch everything out. All right, so I hope you're feeling great. We are almost done. Time is going fast when you move and when you're doing new things. That's what I find can be really motivating for people, is to try something new. All righty, let's grab those weights again, and we're going to move to your chair. This time, just one weight. Okay, so have a seat. Now we're going to sit towards the edge of the chair because we are going to be swinging that arm back. So we're going to be focusing on our triceps. So we want to hold on with one hand to the weight. The other arm goes right across your legs. We're going to start by extending the arm back behind you and then bend that elbow. So pressing the weight back. This is our tricep extension. And you should be feeling this right in the back of that arm. Now, as you do this, continue to breathe and look down towards the floor, relaxing your neck. Good. Let's do 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, good work. Let's do the other side. Switching arms. All right, leaning over, resting your arm right across your legs. Here we go. Pressing back, bending at the elbow. Good. So this is another exercise you can do. And during the day, if you're sitting down, grab the weight and do this one. All right, good. Let's do 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so set that weight right here between your legs so you can circle your shoulders back, lifting those elbows. Good. All right, amazing. Now we're going to stay seated. We're going to do another exercise for the core. So again, we want to lean all the way back against your chair. So you're on a bit of an angle. We're going to use that weight, holding it so it's wide. And what we'll do this time, we lifted the knees last time. We're going to lift the knees again. This time we're going to be taking your weight past the knee. So lifting your right leg, reach that weight to the right side. All right, so as we do this, we want to think about pulling our stomach in. One shoulder lifts away from the chair. And we're breathing as we go. Good, now if your weight is really light and that feels good, then keep doing that one. This is one that you could always add a second weight as an option. All right. Now, a lot of people are always happy when I demonstrate exercises you can do for your core that are on a chair and not on the floor. And, you know, many people don't really like to exercise on the floor, or they find that core exercises can sometimes hurt your neck. So these ones, I hope you're really noticing are not bothering your neck, but instead you're really feeling it working. Let's do 3 per side. And 2. Good job. 1 more. Good. And sit up tall. All right, circle those shoulders backwards. That's great. All right, so we're going to do one more with our chair for assistance. And you can set that weight off to the side or down in front of you. We're going to be focusing on our sit to stand exercise. I've got 2 options for you. Option 1, hands together or press into your knees. Stand up all the way. Make sure your shoulders are back. Make sure the chair is there and sit back down. So this is an excellent one for the legs. And for some of you who've been doing this with me for a while, you may be wanting that next option, the challenge. So instead of sitting all the way down on the chair, take your hips back, tap, and then straighten up again. So you can tap your hips to the chair and then rise back up. Or sit all the way down each time. All right, now this is a good way to get our heart rate up as well. Breathing. And this one will help you get out of a chair a lot easier, help you do stairs faster, do errands quicker, all of those things that we want. Let's do 3 more. And 2. Good. And 1. All right, excellent. So let's stretch it out. We're going to reach towards that foot, flexing the foot to stretch into the back of the leg. Good. Now, some of you know, but I do offer a special discount for my AIM Fitness Online membership for NAFR members. So if you are looking for a way to stay active during the holidays and into 2024, and you like the idea of short workouts, my membership has 20-minute workouts that you can do at any time of day. And just like we've done today, all the videos are different, challenging, fun. There's a nice variety of different exercises, so you'll never get bored. All right, so let's take one leg across the other, crossing either here at your ankle or taking the leg a little bit higher. So we're going to move to a few stretches. We have done just about 20 minutes, so we're going to do a quick stretch, lean forwards, and this is a good one for the outer thigh. And it's also a good position to change shoes and boots. Okay, now let's add those hands together and reach away and stretch that back. Keep your gaze towards the floor. Bring those hands in and we'll switch legs. Crossing at the ankle is fine, leaning forwards, or take the leg across here, stretching into the outer thigh. Interlace those fingers and pull away. Focusing on that hip, focusing on the back. Good, and bring those arms in, sit a little bit straighter, lower that foot. We'll take your knees out and in, and we'll add the arms as well. Give yourself a hug, and then stretch those arms nice and wide. Inhale and exhale. And notice how you're feeling. Like I said, 20 minutes goes by really fast. But notice if you're feeling a little bit more invigorated, maybe more motivated. And maybe you found that this did go by so fast and you feel like 20 minutes is doable. It's realistic. That's what I find for myself and for my clients. All right, good. Then we'll bring your arms up overhead, hands together, and then bend your elbows, taking your hands behind you, behind your head. Stretching our triceps, lifting those elbows high. And then lower those arms. Good, and let's stand. And we'll finish with a few deep breaths. Let's bring those arms out to the side. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. 2 more times. And 1. Wonderful job. Amazing. Good work. Good work. All right. So if there are any questions, please pop them in the chat. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Just a reminder that moving your body does make a difference, even just for 20 minutes, but even a little bit less than that too. So I would love to encourage you to stay active during the holidays and really get that head start for the new year as well. All right, any questions? A question that I often get is, because I do offer this discount to the membership, people want to know, what does the AIM Fitness Online membership include? So what it includes is access to over 200 exercise videos. All the videos are like this, at between 15, the longest one is about 30 minutes or so. And I have exercises for those who consider themselves to be beginners. So maybe it's been a while since you've exercised. And I also have videos for those who consider themselves to be advanced. You've been exercising for a long time yourself. You're familiar with a lot of the movements, but you're looking for some motivation and something that's age appropriate, because the AIM Fitness Online membership is for people over the age of 50. We have lots of very active members who are in their 60s, 70s, 80s, even some in their 90s who are really, really in shape. So it's really motivating and exciting to know that there's other people who are doing what you do. Now, we do have monthly calls, so we get to know other members, and we often, I know some of you are watching here today and you know about these, you've joined us, but we do in-person meetups as well. So we get to know each other. We meet for a workout or sometimes for a coffee and a walk. So it's a lot of fun. I also do have some nutrition videos and resources, so you can record when you do your workouts, keeping track and tracking your progress. All right, I see there's a few comments here. Yeah, Andrea, thanks. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us today. Good. Carol Ann, staying hydrated should be added to your tips. Yes, it should. Thank you, Carol Ann, for sharing that. I decided to focus just on movement, how to stay active, but I did think about that. So that's a great one. All right. Someone wants to know, what type of exercise to strengthen the low back? Yes, I can definitely show you one that you can focus on. The low back is a harder area to strengthen, but if you're doing some, well, let me show you. Just with body weight can be good. So if you're leaning over and you're bringing both arms in front of you, you can lift and squeeze your arms and your shoulder blades back behind you. Now, if you find this is too hard on your back, I would suggest starting straight, squeezing back behind you, and then as you find you get stronger, you can always lean over a little bit. But this one can really help strengthen your back. Okay. All right, good question. And thank you, Chris. Thanks for your comment. Chris is wondering if there's a handout with these exercises. No, there is not, but you will get a recording. So I encourage you instead to follow along with this video and do it again. Now, I do want to mention, if you are looking for extra support, we also offer one-on-one personal training. And what this looks like is you'd work with a personal trainer who's specialized in adults 50+ fitness. We have lots of clients with all sorts of different goals, some including strengthening bones if they have osteoporosis, others who are just looking for a plan to get back into shape. We come to you, to your home or to your home gym, whatever you have. We bring our equipment, and you really don't need much to get started. But Chris made me think to mention this because we do offer handouts and personalized programs with pictures of the exercises for our clients. So if you are interested in personal training, be sure to reach out. You can visit my website, activitiesinmotion.ca. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Looks like that's it for the questions. So I want to thank you all for participating today. I'll hand it back over to you, Antoine.
Thank you, Meg. So I just want to, whoops, I have my light on. Just want to thank everyone who's still here for for participating in today's wonderful session with Meg. Thank you, Meg, for another year of great monthly sessions with our branch and with our members. We're looking forward to keeping this up in 2024. And finally, remember to look out for follow-up email because it will include information on how to access the recording of today's presentation and more information on the Mega Recruitment Drive. So that's it for me. This was our last webinar of 2023. So thank you everyone who came to this one or maybe came to other webinars. We definitely hope to see you again in 2024. All right, bye everyone.
Bye.